I'm being told it is that time of the week when we do see what caught our eye for this week. And Nath, you can kick us off.
I am going to take the new Kookaburra, open the bowling here. Now, we saw last week, Damo. We're going to recap last week that you've been framed out of things at the AFL. So it's just all Llordo. This is accessible areas. You can see a little bit of Damo there. So Damo, very, very short part. But I believe, Damo, you've gone to management during the week and said, I demand I be in there. I demand a walk and talk. Let's see how your walk and talk went. It started well. So there you are. You're back in frame. Let's do the walk and talk. Let's do the walk. Where are you going, Damo? Where have you gone, Damo? And it's all back to Llordo. Just Matty Lloyd, number one.
It's all in the contract. Force yourself in. More hang time for Llordo than Damo.
Yeah, I think it's in the contract. Hey, TJ, there's 2 matches remaining in round 15. GWS and Gold Coast, big game, and the other one, Western Bulldogs and Richmond. And it basically reminds us this is the time-honoured Nathan Brown Cup, because our man Nath was a brilliant player at both footy clubs. But it's fair to say there's been a tepid response to Nathan's appearances at clubs. Now, look, Das, Westy, Crofty, Coons. This was a celebration of the Bulldogs recently. Smithy, Jono, all the greats there. I think Bob's in there somewhere.
Yep.
No Brownie, no Nath.
There is.
No Nath. Now, Richmond, though, they went through the motions of acknowledging this great man.
Oh, we're going to play this.
And look at the response of the crowd, Llordo. They didn't. What, there's a person in the crowd said, "Who is that?" They tuned out. They don't care. I'm not sure where you're at, Brownie. It's the Nathan Brown Cup, but I'm not sure which supporter groups watch the most.
There's no zinger at the end. That's it.
That's it.
That's the first time. That's the first time for me, though.
That must be the 20th anniversary of that showing that particular clip.
I had them one for none, and then they're one for 80.
Well, it was brought to our attention a while back that Sammy McClure wants to take on the sex symbol himself, Matty Lloyd, in a bench pressing competition. Now, for those of you who played video games growing up, like, before you get to the boss, you need to go through a few
Bucks looks good.
lesser enemies first, right? Yeah, Bucks looks great too. Yeah, so this is going to happen later in the year, Llordo?
Maybe.
Possibly, yep. But as I spoke about too, you got to take on the boss. You got to go through the smaller minions first, and the man to my left is Bowser. But if Sammy McClure wants to get to the boss, he's going to have to take on Princess Peach or a little Toad in terms to get to him there. So
What is that, Damien?
It was set up for that handball competition we did about 4 years ago, Brownie. I think I lifted. It's at 1 kilo.
So
What are you grimacing?
You recall we did the piss take for the handball competition?
Sammy McClure's got to take on Baby Bowser first. So you up for it? Up for the challenge first before he goes on to Bowser?
I think they're one for 300 now.
No need to swear, Dame. That's undercoming.
That's one word. It's a takeout.
No, that's not at 10:30 on a Sunday morning, my friend. No way. So to all the kiddies watching, I apologise. In fact, to everyone watching, really, I apologise for the whole show. Well, actually, this is probably an apology in advance as well. Leading into Origin, of course, you know, people make outlandish bets, and one former rugby league player, now turned media commentator, Aaron Woods, said, if they win, I'll go running into the surf naked. And he did it live on the Today Show, and it was very awkward.
Here he goes, to the moment of truth.
No way.
The moment Danica, you've reported on a lot of great...
Don't show it. Oh my goodness.
Danica, you've reported on a lot of great sporting events. Is this one of the smaller ones that you've...
What's the score?
This is probably the smallest sporting event I've seen. I hope I get a Logie for this.
Danica, she's fantastic. So that was the Today Show. All got a little bit awkward. Not everyone, though, finds themselves in those awkward positions when they're confronted with something which is extremely awkward. Now, Matthew Lloyd there playing for a local club, and there he is there, just sort of, just doing up the shoelaces there while one of his teammates is attending to himself. Now, quite clearly, the only thing Matthew was focused on was how much he was actually making for his appearance that day.
You're spot on. Speaking of local footy, TJ, you were asked, is that right to speak yesterday? You're the number one ticket holder.
No, I'm not the number one ticket
Oh,
holder.
you're not? Okay.
No,
He's
I'm
actually the number one ticket holder at Seaford.
Yeah,
okay.
Seaford. They had a good
But
day
Port
yesterday.
Arlington asked you to speak.
Yeah, so Mitch and Nathan, the coaches there, asked me to speak to the players before Port Arlington's game yesterday.
And I reckon they would have hoped for 90 seconds, and you've gone for about 4 minutes. All right, so I've broken it down into sections of the speech, and you've started with a chomp gag to lighten it up. And what's the fake laugh from one of the players at the front row?
Well, okay, thanks guys. When Nathan and Mitch asked me to do this, I've got to say I was a little relaxed, right? And probably still a little relaxed. You probably say I'm not exactly chomping at the bit, right?
So I'm trying to make him feel good nice and early, and it just kept going on and on and on, and they wanted some inspiration. He just kept talking about himself. And what's the guy in the back row, a staff member who's gone to sleep?
Because my football experience didn't go beyond under 15s. So I ended up being a reporter who reported on football. So I have some sort of understanding of what team ethic is. What I do takes a team. I can't do what I do if I haven't got a cameraman, an editor, a producer, a director, lighting, audio, chief of staff, graphics. And they come to me and they say, I don't really
guy, he's asleep in his back.
Let's just fast forward 4 hours.
He's had enough.
Doing calf raises. Someone's doing calf raises. They're warming up again.
Hang on, there were guys there. I saw Tommy at the front there. Tia was there. They were all in.
Greatest glass on.
Yeah. And then to finish off, we've got one last part. No. You knew you were in trouble. And when you're in trouble, you just try dropping swear words. And that's what you did at the end of it all.
Don't dare to dream, dare to do. Okay? It is a great day to meet you.
And they started clapping because they wanted to come back.
Thank God he's finished.
Let's wrap it up. Cliche at the end.
Oh, don't dare to do. Give us a spell.
Dare to do.
You're a disgrace. You are a
No, hang on. You've got to see the thing in its entirety.
No, it's not enough
We don't have time for that, yeah.
Its entirety.
The show's
All right,
going
I
to
didn't- I wasn't like busting a gut to do it. Mitch and Nathan asked me to do it. I did it. And
Did they win?
So, thank you, Rory. What was that question?
Did they win? Sorry.
5 goals down at 3/4 time.
It was the start you
Who
gave.
started? So you gave them a 4 start. So who gave them the 3/4 time speech?
Well, the coaches did, and they kicked 8 goals to 2 in the last quarter and won by 5 points. Thank you.
Well done.
Port Arlington. And I'm happy to do that any time you like. You finished?
Yes, just stay away from my team. Just sorry, go to the break.
We're going to take a break. You are watching the sun. It is definitely hot in here. There's no doubt about that. Right, let's go to the break.